Recently, I went out in the woods and harvested some small pine logs. I then brought them home and built a jig that essentially turns my table saw into a small sawmill. After planking them out, I used the same jig to create a flat side on one edge of the plank. Then turned it over and cut it in the table saw, squaring off the whole piece. So today's video, we're going to go from log to plank to wooden strap hinge. In early 2009, I designed a line of furniture called the Heritage Collection. I designed it for Woodland Creek Rustic Furniture. It's a simple design, but what's made it so wildly popular and still popular today are the wooden strap hinges I used. So I made some templates and made them available on my website if you want to make some of your own wooden strap hinges. I started by cutting out the side pieces and then gluing them onto one of the slabs that I'd cut out of the log and then just shaping them on the bandsaw. With that done, I went over to the chop saw and cut them to their lengths, and then came back over and cut the top section of the template out. And then I just attached the templates with some glue stick. I want to mention at this point that this wood is very wet, and I really shouldn't be using it for something that I would want to use on a project. I'm more or less doing this as a demonstration. Now, after I got that back section of the template cut out, I realized that my blank wasn't quite wide enough, so I made some slight modifications to the back part of the hinge. And it's always a good idea to mark out some X's on the parts that need to be removed. Now you can do this on the bandsaw, which I am going to do, or it can be done with a jigsaw if done carefully. And before I go to the bandsaw, I'm going to drill all the positions in the hinge that I would use for mounting it later to the project. Now once at the bandsaw, the most important part of this is making sure that you have a decent fit where the hinge hinges. The rest of it doesn't matter much. Once I was happy with my fit, I took the hinge over to the drill press and drilled a 3/16 hole all the way through. Now a framing nail or a 16 penny nail fits a 3/16 hole nicely, so that's what I'm going to use for my pin. Once I get the size, I'm just going to clip the end of it off. And the reason I drill the hole all the way through is now I can use that as a right or left hinge just by changing the direction in which the nail or pin fits in the hinge. So now I want to go ahead and carve on this a little bit to kind of give it that hand carved look. And I'm just going to use my chip knife after attaching it to a board through the screw holes and go over it to make it look like this is a real rough hand carved hinge. So we went from log to plank to wooden hinge, and I think that's pretty cool. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to subscribe, you can do that by hitting the giant YouTube icon, or if you'd like to see a crazy birdhouse I built a year ago, click the snail. Don't forget there's free templates available on my website, links in the description, and we'll talk to you soon.